Okay, I figured I'd do a quick video tutorial experiment playthrough with this paper I've been working with. This is the Bockingford blue tint, and I've just been messing around with it, trying to figure out what is the purpose of tinted paper and how can you utilize it. Um, there's really doesn't seem to be a lot online about it, other than things like JMW Turner had used it. There's some sketches that some people do, and they use gouache and whatnot. So I'm really not sure what the purpose is, and if it's possible to kind of get an overall cool feeling or warm feeling or change the mood with the tinted paper. But I'd cut my last quarter sheet into an 8x10 and two 5x7, so this is the last 5x7. I'm just going to use some Prussian blue, some raw sienna, and some burnt sienna, and the Hake brush. So it's going to be really quick, just put together. I'm going to kind of do a, I believe it's pronounced what, vignette with it. And I'm going to wet the paper. I'm using the Ron Ranson Hake. This is the small size. If you don't have one, you can just use a round brush on the side to kind of get a textured effect, but you won't get the stippled effect later on. This is just what I use mainly, at least in the beginning, for most of my paintings. So for the vignette, I'm going to leave that space empty. I'm going to touch the sides, and I'll leave this bottom corner empty. Anyway, I'm going to take some Prussian blue and just feed that in. Now, I don't usually use Prussian blue, so it's kind of also experimenting with that. So I'm going to mix a little bit of burnt sienna. If you mix it with the raw sienna, you're going to get a green, like a bright green. A little bit of raw sienna, burnt sienna, sorry, I keep on messing that up. Kind of, honestly, it even has a greenish tint right there with the burnt. Yeah, so I'm just going to put that in like that. Clean off the brush. We'll grab some raw sienna. Put that in. Like that. There we go. The paper is still wet. Let's see. Just trying to do, like I said, really just a quick one. Mix some burnt sienna in there. Put that. Wash. To help get a push back into the paper. And I'll clean off the brush. I'll dry this off. We'll put in a tree with this reflection, and that'll be it. So I'm going to get some burnt sienna going. Nope. Just kind of stipple in the tree. That's what I mentioned before, is that if you have the round, you can't do that. I mean, maybe there's a way. I guess if we kind of mash in another direction with it. Do a smaller tree alongside. We'll then take the Prussian blue, Mix that up, try to get a dark going. That on the dark side. And I don't usually do this, but I'm going to wet this a little bit with the rigger brush. And we'll get then take just a mixture of whatever the light and darks, do a textured foreground on the edge right here. Just make it interesting. Now, we dry it off. We take the rigger with some darks to put in the trunk and the branches. Foreground. Let's put a little fence in the far distance. The idea of one. Make it a little interesting. Put little birds. Man. Put this on the pure. So this is the Bockingford, just the blue tint right there, nothing on top of it. And call it that. Okay, so that's just a quick one with the Prussian blue, the raw sienna and the burnt sienna. Just using the Hake brush. This is 5x7 on the Bockingford. If I take some scrap paper, and I think this is the back of an Arches paper, and hold that next to it, that might help show the contrast better. There was a video where I saw a guy with the 6 different types of Bockingfords, and he was comparing them, where he was doing the same exact drawing on each one, then doing the first initial one color wash, and then comparing them, then the second one, etc. So that's kind of the most in-depth thing I've seen so far. But like I said, most of the stuff seems to be for sketches and small little put-togethers. Okay, so hopefully I talked louder in this one, and hopefully you enjoyed it. All right, I'll see you.